Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight I'm going to be talking about Wendy Williams and her husband, Kevin Hunter, now requesting spousal support from her after he's the one who had a baby on her and he brought an outside baby into his marriage. Seriously, really though, I can't believe it. But you know what I'm saying? That's what happens in these types of situations. You know what I'm saying? It's really no shocker there, no surprise there. You know what I'm saying? He's going to try to get the bag any which way he can. But I'm here to bring you guys the news report. Shout out to those of you who were on my other channel this morning while I was getting ready and putting my makeup on and stuff like that. Thanks for getting ready with me. If you guys are not subscribed to my other channel, then be sure to subscribe there. If you are not, the link to my other channel is in the description below. But anyways, I'm gonna go on over to people.com and read to you guys what he has said, what's being reported on him requesting spousal support after his butt is the reason for all this, and he had an outside baby. Like, when there's situations where the man is out there, and normally you see this happen in reverse. So in reverse, normally it'll be like the woman will be holding the man down. She's holding down the marriage. And then he goes out and he cheats on her, and he's the cause of the marriage to go awry or whatever. And then so she seeks spousal support because your actions is causing her to be in an uncomfortable situation. Now she got to, you know what I'm saying? So I get it, like in those situations. But if you're the person who caused your marriage to get disrupted, if you have outside babies, those type of scenarios, I don't really know if I'm here for you seeking spousal support when you're the one who was doing the dog-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you was dogging on somebody and they want spousal support from you, then okay. You know what I'm saying? But you doing the dirt and you want to get spousal support, I don't know. But I'm going to go to people.com and I'm going to read to you guys what is being said, because not only is he seeking spousal support, he is also seeking child support. So he trying to hit them pockets. He trying to get the bag from Wendy. So according to people, and sorry when I go live this way, I'm not able to share what I'm looking at and reading with you guys like I am the other way, but it is what it is. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Hello to you guys. I'm going to just read it, and it is what it is. Anyway, so it says Wendy Williams' husband, Kevin Hunter, requests child and spousal support amid divorce report. So Wendy Williams' divorce is going to cost her. That is if her ex Kevin Hunter gets his way. Hunter filed his response to Williams' divorce petition on Monday, requesting that the talk show host pay him both spousal and child support. Williams and Hunter share an 18-year-old son, Kevin Hunter Jr. According to the outlet, Hunter also wants Williams to be responsible for paying their son's college tuition. I mean, well, I don't think that that's something that he probably would have to request. I'm sure that it's her son, so I don't think that she would have a problem with paying her son's college tuition. But anyways, it says a rep for Williams did not immediately respond to people's request for comment. Last month, Williams, 54, filed for divorce from Hunter after 21 years of marriage. The divorce came amid the news that Hunter allegedly fathered a child with his mistress. Hunter broke his silence on the split in a statement to People, addressing the cheating scandal and admitting he was not proud of, well, it put his words in quotes, and it says, "Not proud of my recent actions," or whatever. It's like, you had a whole baby on her, bro. Like, you had a whole baby. And then this is another quote from him. These are his words from his statement. It says, "I am going through a time of self-reflection and am trying to right some wrongs," he said. "No matter what the outcome is or what the future holds, we are still the Hunter family, and I will continue to work and fully support my wife in this business and through any and all obstacles she may face living her new life of sobriety, while I also work on mine. So that was a previous statement. So now he is trying to get spousal support from her, and he's trying to get child support of their 18-year-old son. And it's like, you're the one who had an outside baby. And as you guys all know, Wendy Williams, she has this deal breaker. Her deal breakers were if he had like an outside baby on her. And I think she had a couple other deal breakers, but one of the main deal breakers was if he had an outside baby. And I've told you guys before, I think that she's known about Sharina and Kevin Hunter's dealings. But once you bring a baby into the equation, that changes everything. Like, you just you doing a little bit too much, and you just too invested where you bring in babies and stuff like that. And so, he broke her deal breaker and she broke off the marriage. And I don't think that he should be the one. Like, I understand they didn't have a prenup and they have to divide their assets and things like that. And that's what comes with it. Marriage is a business also. So if you don't secure the business and you don't, get a prenup and things like that, and they did build this together. They built this together. He helped her, become who she is. It's her personality. It's her drive. It's her work that people are gravitating to. But anybody who is a successful person, they have a team behind them. If you see Beyonce is an amazing dancer and she could dance her ass off, but she also has a team. She has hair, she has she has dancers, she has help with choreography. She has, people like they in order to be successful, you have a team. And so they built this together. So I understand that, but just to be seeking extra spousal support and child support when you're the one doing wrong, or you did wrong and you had an outside baby, I think I'm like, the nerve of you. Okay. I'm gonna play. Somebody said we don't have a prenup in my country. What flag is that? Is that Trinidad? Yeah, well, your name says Electra Trinidad. I looked at it and I'm like, I thought that was Trinidad. Roman True says, I mean, Rashida stayed with Kirk, but Wendy left, and now he see his loss. Sometimes it takes that. Well, he trying to take that and more. He's trying to take that and more. Lola says, somebody said you can get child support up to 21 or 24 if he or she is in college. Yes, that is true. That you can, but it's still, like I said, the nerve of you, like the nerve. Okay. Like, you had a whole baby, the nerve. Okay. I'm going to play a little bit of a snippet of some of the stuff that they kind of break down the information that we already know, but there are some people who are, you might have missed some things, because the way Wendy was able to find out some of this information, she got a private investigator. So she was able to get a private investigator, and she was able to find out a little bit more information that she probably didn't even know before, allegedly. So I'm going to play a little bit of snippet of people's video for you guys to bring you guys up to speed who are not aware of some of the stuff.
People that Wendy Williams confronted. Okay. A source tells People that Wendy Williams confronted her husband and longtime manager, Kevin Hunter, about having a baby with his mistress before she filed for divorce. The source says Williams hired a private investigator that confronted him about cheating.
Okay, so y'all know I got to pause it real quick. So it's saying that one of the sources that's close to Wendy told them that she confronted him and she hired a private investigator. This is before she decided to file for a divorce. I'm going to play a little bit more for you guys.
According to that source, Hunter confessed to everything 3 weeks ago. Williams officially filed for divorce last week, ending more than 2 decades of marriage. The couple also shares 19-year-old son, Kevin Jr.
They're saying 19, but in their written up report, it says that he's 18. 18, 19, whatever his age, he grown technically, but
The source adds, all of the recent drama put a huge strain on Wendy and caused her to struggle with her sobriety, as she did everything she could to try and save their marriage. The split was ultimately a result of Williams' decision to finally put herself first to regain her health.
Right, girl, you got to reclaim your time. These dudes will freaking break you down if you let them. You got to reclaim your time. Wendy Williams is reclaiming her time, and she is getting her time back, her life back, and I don't blame her.
We'll have even more on Wendy's decision to file for divorce and what Hunter has said about the split a little later in the show.
Okay, so that's all that. If you guys want to call in and give your input on this whole Kevin Hunter, Wendy Williams, him trying to file for spousal and child support, I'll open up the phone lines for you guys to call in, and I'll take a few calls before I end this video. I'm going to try to pump out a few more videos for you guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hello to all of you. But I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Again. Somebody said, right, reclaim your time. But hold up, let me open up the phone lines too. I want to hear what you guys think, because after all, Wendy started to have this decline after he had brought an outside baby. Like, you get your mistress pregnant, like I said, I think she knew about it, because in Hollywood, these relationships, it is so much that goes on in Hollywood. And because their marriages are like businesses, and if you divorce, it's a lot more at stake. So I think that they have different arrangements than the everyday you and me may have. Like, if I get married today and break up with you, like, what you gonna get half of? You ain't getting half of nothing, because you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't build nothing with me, But if you have time and time in a marriage, and you built, the empire that you guys have together, and then you got to divide assets, and things like that, it gets complicated and it gets tricky. And a lot of these people in Hollywood, they have more special like arrangements and more special things that they deal with. But outside babies is taking it to another level. And I want to know what you guys think now that he took it to the next level, and now he got a baby, and now he wants spousal support, and now he wants child support, and he the one, that caused all this. The call-in number is 605-468-8756, and the access code is 284538. I'm going to type it right here in the chat for you guys to call in. And I want to know what you guys think. The call-in number one more time is 605-468-8756. And then once you dial that number, you have to put in an access code. Access code is 284538. Okay, and so that's yeah. Okay, so I don't know what. Hold it. Thank you. I'm going. I'm wearing my natural hair this week. Got to give your hair time to breathe every now and then. So thank you. It's so crazy because like we wear our natural hair, and it just once you like wear like weaves and wigs and stuff, you feel like a little bit like naked, a little bit. Like I feel a little bit naked. Like I feel like I'm showing y'all my goodies. I feel like I'm showing y'all my goodies, but call in. I got allergy medicine and my eyes still watering. Like, what the heck? Call in. The number to call in is 605-468-8756. And then once I put the wrong access code. Damn it. Hold up. Remove. Okay. Somebody probably calling in like that ain't the number. All right, there we go. That's the right one. 605-468-8756. And the access code is 284538. If you called and it was the wrong access code, I'm sorry. My keys get stuck, and sometimes it pressed 2 2s instead of 1. So, okay, so we have one caller in the chat. 254, hello? What's your name and where you calling from?
This is Ford. I'm calling from Jersey. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing all right. And so I just want to I've been a great fan of yours for some years now. Like what you got going on, positive energy.
Thank
I just
you.
wanted to hop in and put my 2 cents on this situation.
Okay, what are your thoughts on him now seeking spousal and child support?
Man, honestly, like he a retard. He like literally just needs to go somewhere like off himself. My honest opinion. Like, how are you going to sit there?
Thank you for the donation. Go ahead.
Try to claim child support and spousal support because I'm divorced myself and I gotta pay child support and spousal support to my ex-wife, which I understand because she has my kids most of the time, all that good stuff like that. But for him, first of all, bringing another woman into the relationship, and then on top of that, trying to really milk Wendy for that situation, that's wrong. He shouldn't be doing things like that.
Right. Okay. So in your situation, I'm gonna be a little bit nosy. What was the cause of you guys to your marriage to end? Were you the one who did some dirt? And when she requested spousal support, you were like, okay, I understand. Like, what was your situation and your dynamic to where I know you said she has the kids, but what happened with that?
All right, so yeah, this is kind of wild. So make a long story short, I'm actively military, so I was deployed, and then I found out when I was deployed in 2013 that my youngest child possibly wasn't mine.
Ooh.
So boom.
Okay.
Yeah, possibly wasn't mine. So when I came back from deployment and everything, I had to take a DNA test. Took the DNA test, found out the child was mine. Okay, cool. So we come over here to Texas and everything. And then I was like, you know what? It was still weighing hard on heavy on my heart and everything. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. So I'm like, let's go get a divorce. She's like, fine. So I'm not putting one-to-one together. She goes back to Colorado because Colorado has a stipulation. They give you spousal support by the number of years you have been married.
Okay.
In the state of Texas, you have to be married for 10 years in order for you to get spousal support. So she goes back to Colorado, becomes a resident there, works for 30 days, and then she hits me with spousal support and child support. And honestly, I agreed to both of them for the simple fact that because when she was living with me, when we was active duty military, her whole lifestyle had changed. You know what I'm saying? She had her own car, buying her own car, all that good stuff. And I didn't want her, for having my children, to experience a downfall.
Okay.
So me, I got to pay $2,200 a month for everything combined.
Okay. And so are you still paying that? How long? I mean, because I thought in order to establish residency, you have to be a resident for 6 months. And then you're considered a resident after 6 months. But I guess different states are different. So how long have you been paying that? Or you have to wait till your child is 18? Like,
I got to pay the spousal support for the 6 years that we were married, and then I got to pay the child support up to the children are 18 years old. They decide to go to college. It's 21, and then by 24, I still have to maintain health insurance on them to the age of 24.
Okay, so even though that's your situation, you still feel like he's whack for seeking it because you're like, Yeah,
I feel like he's whack for doing that for the simple fact of one, when he was sitting there funding you and your side chick's life, and then all of a sudden now she wants to divorce, you want to sit there and milk him for what he's worth. No, go out there, get a job. Tell your side chick to go get a job. Like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, Wendy has nothing. As far as my concern, she has been nothing but good that I got to accept that, and then finally be like, okay, because everybody knows they have women's intuition. So
right, we know before we even say something.
Huh?
I said we know before we even say something.
Exactly. So that goes to show to me she already sensed something was going on. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So for her to let that slide for Lord knows how long and still funding the situation, and I heard he got like his own little spot off in another state, whatever the case may be. Come on, man. She's been way more than good for you. Honestly, what he needs to do is sell some of his assets and call it a day.
Right.
And leave Wendy alone. Let her get back on her life, man. Like, let her get back on track with her life.
Right. Well, thank you so much for calling in. I'm going to go ahead and take the next caller. If nobody else calls in after the next caller, then call back in because I want to be nosy some more.
With me? You can go ahead.
Well, don't hang up. I'm going to just put you on mute, okay?
All right, I got you.
All right. Okay, 469, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Nick. This is Shay. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas.
Hey.
I would say Kelvin, a.k.a. Kevin, whatever, is whack for that, for real, he needs to sit down and shut the fuck up. He knows that he just needs some money because he knows when he get broke, Sharina gone, aka Big Baby. Did you know that's what her name was?
Right.
Did you know they called her Big Baby? That was her nickname.
Well, I know they call her Nikki, Sharina, Nikki. I don't know about Big Baby, but if it's Big Baby,
they got a clip. I saw it. It was Charlamagne talking about, we got all the girls here, Big Baby here, and that's what they were calling her from when she was in the Petey Pablo video.
Oh, okay.
Girl,
yeah.
She is a hot mess, but she is gonna leave him as soon as he get broke. But for her having that whole other dude, she don't want Kevin around full time. She trying to get the hell away from him anyways. She probably wish Wendy, she wanted him for the Wendy's money. That's it. Now that you don't have Wendy's funding like that, and it's going to be limited because they got to try to keep what make it last forever. Baby, no, it's out. I've been divorced, and no, you don't ask for no spouse support when you've been cheating. Like, bruh, that's why Wendy had that PI, because that's what's going to be her grounds for not having to pay spouse support. Now, by her and being his employer, she is going to have to give him some compensation for that. But him saying he made her and all that's irrelevant. He didn't make her personality and stuff. However, he was executive producer, which she did.
Yeah, no. I don't think that he made her. He helped build the brand that is Wendy. Not made her.
Made her and all that.
Yeah, no. Not made her. But he helped.
Yeah, but he wants to try to make it seem like that. That's why he put out that so-called apology, like, I feel like I care about Wendy's fans and all this and that. Man, sit down. You are still known as Wendy's husband. You still have no name, sir.
Right. That's a fact. Well, thank you so much for calling in. Yeah, I mean, shit. It's like he just, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I would have the gut to, or I don't know. I would not have the nerve to request for you to fund my lifestyle after I was the one doing grimy stuff. Like, I don't know.
Exactly, humiliate this woman all over TV, and you got her. And then, I mean, like, once it was out, he didn't care about taking that girl out to eat and her, just big flaunting her little pudge after her having a baby and stuff. Girl, please, he needs some child support, to support that baby. Kevin Jr. ain't got to be nothing to do with him. That boy gone with his life, and Wendy gonna make sure he's straight.
But he, you know what I'm saying? He gotta do what he gotta do. But again, thank you so much for calling in.
Oh, and is your hair silk press or is it relaxed?
No, my hair is not. I've never had a perm in my hair ever in life. It's just flat iron.
It's pretty.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's just flat. It's just a flat iron. I never had a perm ever. But yeah, thank you.
Great. I got one when I was 12 years old, and I regret that I did. And now I've been trying to battle with that for about 6 months, and I'm thinking about going back to a relaxer, but I'm trying not to.
Oh yeah, no. My the stylist that flat irons my hair, she just does a damn good job. Like, she really blow dries it really good, and then she flat irons it and everything. But yeah, no, there's no relaxer, no perm, no nothing. I've never had a perm.
Oh, that is pretty.
Yeah,
you colored that color, or is that your natural color?
This is my natural color.
Wow, I've never seen nobody's natural hair that black. My hair is reddish brown.
Really? My hair is kind of brown though. It's not even black like that.
It looks black.
I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's dark, but it's still it's not black. But yeah, so but yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Some of the women was saying the first caller that y'all want him to call y'all, but he hung up. So, he hung up. If there's anybody else who wants to call in and weigh in on this topic before I wrap up the video, we're gonna have to figure out who the first caller was or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because he sound like he got a good head on his shoulder. He don't mind spending a little bit to take care of a woman. You know what I'm saying? He know his role as a man. Girl, you don't hear that too often. So yeah, he hung up, but if he, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I seen this a couple women shooting a shot in the comments. If I find out who it is, I'll let y'all know. He hung up. You said where he at? But the number is 605-468-8756, and the access code. Damn it, I done copied and pasted the wrong access code again. Hold up. That's wrong. Hold up. Darn it. Okay. Let me copy this. Okay. Okay. The number is 605-468-8756, and the access code is 284538. So somebody call in, because I don't want to go, but I don't want to just be talking to myself at this point. Like, I already pretty much said how I felt about it. So if I get another caller, then I will continue to talk to y'all. If I don't, then I'm gonna just wrap this live up. And thank y'all for chiming in, the two callers that I had. But I be doing these lives so impromptu that people, they don't be ready, I guess, or expecting it. Let's see. Yeah, we just gonna hide him up out of here. Anyways, 678. Hello, what's your name and where you calling from? 678.
Yvette from Georgia.
Okay, hey, what's your thoughts on Kevin Hunter and him seeking spousal support and child support?
Well, I think that he should not receive any of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he bought this apartment himself, and she's already taking care of him and Sharina, whomever else he was dealing with during that time. So I feel that he doesn't deserve to get any of that, and I'm sure the son isn't going to go with him anyway.
Right. Yeah, we're going to see, because sometimes, you never know what a judge will decide. You never know which way they'll go. So we'll definitely see how this plays out. What do you think in terms of them not having a prenup in the beginning? Like, I feel like he's already going to get a nice piece of change from just splitting up the assets, period.
It's possible, but like they say, that's not a state like California. That's an automatic 50-50. So hopefully the judge will look at his behavior and the things he was doing as far as for the cheating and the things he did, even her, the emotional and all of that abuse. And, prayerfully that'll take down, whatever he would possibly have been able to get.
Right. Okay. Well, are you at work or something? Sound like you sneaking on the phone.
No, I just have it on speaker. No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to add to it?
No, that's all. Just, kind of seeing out what's going on, with the situation. It's a sad situation, but yeah, just, seeing that today was alarming to know that he had the audacity to ask for that.
Right, like the nerve of him. The audacity and the nerve. It's like,
right.
Yeah. But thank you for calling in. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next caller.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Okay. Next caller, 971. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Shayla, and I'm calling from Portland, Oregon.
Hey, Shayla.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl, hey.
I watch all the time.
Oh, thank you for watching. What's your thoughts on this whole Kevin Hunter, Wendy Williams, spousal support? What's your take on all of this?
Okay, so I think that he was so comfortable to ask for it because I personally feel like Wendy has known for a long time that he was with that girl. Because it was kind of like, it's no way that he got the house around the corner. Like, he's doing all this, and she didn't know anything. Like, and if she didn't, it's like, you got too much money to not be knowing nothing. That's
Right.
just how I feel. But
That's why I feel like she knew.
Yeah, I feel like he asked her because she's already known. So he's like, you've been knowing that I was with her, so why you ain't keep giving me no more money?
But he didn't been have a baby though. A baby changed the dynamic. Like, you could be messing with the broad, but you got a baby now.
Yeah, you're right. I think the baby she was just like, oh no, you got a baby? And I had all this trouble, I can't have babies like that. I think that's it. You're right. So I think she's probably like, nope, let me cut the purse strings. No more money for you. And
yeah. And he requesting for child support, and their child is 18, 19 years old.
What? Okay, I didn't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's seeking child support and spousal support. And their son, on one report, it said that he was 18, and on another report, it said he was 19. So either way, he 18 at least. And he's seeking child support as well.
And I'm sure he's not gonna be living with him and that new baby. Like, it's unfortunate. It's sad though. It's sad that she has to go through that publicly because no woman should have to be dealing with all that. So.
You're right. All right. Well, what else you want to add to it, girl? Because it is crazy. But these ninjas, they're crazy.
Yeah, they be, and they got money, so they probably be a lot wilder than. Well, I know a few people who don't got money. They be in the same boat. So, so yeah, that's it. But thank you for having me on your show.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
Bye-bye. Okay. 205. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yes, my name is Yolanda, and I'm calling from Alabama.
Hey, Yolanda, girl. What's your take on all of this?
I love your hair, first of all.
Thank you. I still, it's still I'm getting used to, but thank you.
Oh, no, it's beautiful. But I was going to say about Wendy is I felt different about her now by going through this, seeing her different. Because at first I was like, what is she doing? Like, he putting all this in her face. But I'm glad, I was like, the way she got out of it, like going to the safe house or the drug house, recovery house, whatever, somebody helped her get away from him safely. And I'm so proud of her for doing that.
Yeah, she reclaiming her time. I think in one of her shows, she said that she had been talking to her sister, and her sister was one of the people who helped, her organize and get herself together. The sisters and the family member, they be the ones that be like, girl, you tripping and you need to get it together.
Yeah, you're right. Because I was like, what is she doing? Like, if she did allow him to have extra woman outside, but it was in public eye, he did not care, and I didn't like that. Just because she didn't do that. She didn't have a male. And you can see maybe with the alcohol or drugs, whatever he said she was using, maybe she was trying to self-medicate herself.
It's a fly buzzing around here, but go ahead.
But yeah, she looked so happy now. She looks so much better now. This is the first time I ever loved her like I do now. And I was like, I really, stand your feet up, girl, and get yourself together.
Yeah, so you respected her more now that she done bossed up, and she just was like, boy, bye. That made you have a new level of respect.
Because, like I said, it's a way to do stuff, and if she did allow that, don't put it in her face. Don't make it seem like, because she just looked like she was just so, and they say he was abusive, allegedly. So she did look like, the time that she got sick on the show, maybe she was crying out for help then.
Right.
And so her group, whoever helped her get out of there safely.
Okay. All righty. Well, thank you so much for calling in. I'm going to go on over to the next caller. But yeah, girl, shout out to her. Thank you for watching.
Like that more often.
I know. I'm gonna try to get through this whole month with my regular hair, because by June or by the end of this month, I want to put in my faux locks. So
Okay.
yeah, but I'm gonna try. We're gonna see how it work out.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. 318. What's your name and where you calling from?
Fred from Louisiana.
Hey, Craig from Louisiana. What's up?
I just want to say I really have no sympathy for Wendy because everybody, even though everybody's on the Wendy train now, just because she's put away her cheating husband, everybody knows Wendy was down with the cause.
Okay.
Back in 2010, Wendy is reportedly to have 8 or 9 abortions.
Ooh.
You can't. Your husband, your body experiences that much trauma.
Okay, but what if he was the one who told her to get the abortions? Does that change? I don't know about the abortion, so I'm gonna say allegedly on that part on behalf of the caller. We're gonna say that's alleged, but what if allegedly, you know what I'm saying, her husband was the one who, you know, made her get him or told her to get him?
Well, okay. That creates a physical difference sexually, which makes or cause Kevin to snuggle on a Nikki or Big Baby or Serena, whatever you want to call her.
Okay.
And I can't put it all on just Kevin.
So you
Wendy has been diabolical for years.
Okay, get it out, get it out. Say what you gotta say. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, get it out. You said she's been diabolical for years. You don't want to put it all on him.
Yeah, that's just part of her karma. And he was a significant role in her blowing up. Just because he's no longer enlisted as her executive producer. A lot of behind the scenes deals that went on were his connections.
Okay.
So he's entitled to compensation as her husband and business partner, because at the end of the day, marriage is a business.
Okay, but what about him fucking up the business and having an outside baby? The business deal wasn't for him to get a baby, I'm sure.
I think he really wanted another baby, and Wendy wasn't with it.
So is that her? I don't know.
Yeah, because she had adult decisions to make. And
babies get in the way of careers.
Allegedly, her mind was clouded with substance abuse.
Okay.
Alcohol. And you have to compromise somewhere. There's no way you can say, well, I'm this big celeb and I don't want to give my husband another child because it would hamper my career.
Okay, but what if you just said something about substance abuse? If she's doing substance abuse and she's on drugs, you would rather her in that lifestyle bring a baby into that if she's on drugs and she's using drugs or abusing substance? Because he, in his statement, he said that he was trying to get his life right from drugs as well. He was like, she getting her sobriety together and I'm working on mine also. So if they both not right with their sobriety, you would want, or you think that they should have brought a baby into that environment? I don't know.
Well, she pretended to be sober enough to continue with her show until they started taking a toll on her performance and her falling out on live TV. He was study playing the background. buying cars and shopping with his side boo. He's a bit. I guess he's more controlled substance abuser than she is. And I really think he just said that to sell their Hunter Foundation.
Okay.
But it's just karma for Wendy. But I don't wish bad on her. But even now, she's almost back to the old Wendy, disrespecting other celebs. Look how she did Paul Offset. She won't even acknowledge Offset as Cardi B's husband. She keeps saying baby daddy, baby father. See, you have to give account for the negative energy you put out in the universe.
Okay.
So, I'm happy she's out of that situation, especially if he was beating her. I personally think he was supplying the narcotic to her because his background checks out that he's that type of cat. So, you have to know the people you're getting involved with too. So, that's all I want to say about that.
Okay, before you go, somebody in the chat had a question, and they said, do you have kids, and are you paying child support?
I have one son. He's 18, and I paid child support for 8 years of his life.
Only 8? Because you got away from the mother when he was 10?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did that make you bitter at all?
No, we have a great co-parenting relationship. He's a grown now, and I still support him as though he was 2, 3, or a child.
Okay. All right. Well, I just glanced over and seen that question. So, all right. Well, thank you for calling. I'm gonna go to the next caller.
All right.
All right. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, the next caller, 254. What's your name and where you calling from?
This is Sport. You told me to give you a call back.
Oh, we got him back on the line, y'all.
What's going on?
Why you hang up though? You seen all them women in the chat shooting they shot. They don't know your Instagram. They don't know how to contact you. They like, that's a real man on the line, and you just gonna hang up and ain't even said nothing. The ladies trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? They trying to find out how they can contact a real man.
Nah, it's all good. I apologize to everybody. My phone had died out right then, so I had to put it on the charger real quick.
What's your Instagram? I'm about to go to your Instagram while we on live.
Actually, I just DM'd you on Instagram right before I called over. I don't even know, it's like making something out of nothing. But you check your DM, you'll see it.
Okay, hold up. He said he DM'd me, y'all. This for y'all, okay? We about to see. Wait. Oh, wait, okay. Making something out of nothing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to show them. He got booties and things. Hold up.
Don't mind that.
He got
my artist.
He got booties and things, y'all. Yeah, I don't know. He might just be one that talk a good one. He got booties.
I don't know, because you said you had more questions for me, but I was trying. I didn't know if you had like a time limit on what I can explain with the whole story, but I don't know if everybody wanted to hear the whole story from top to bottom.
Okay, this is him, you guys. This is making something out of nothing. And this is the first caller right here. All right, let me see. Oh, wait, he's showing his outfit on that one. He wasn't showing. Okay, let me see another one. He don't got that many photos on here, y'all. He got booties and things and shoes and Timbs. And he got I don't know, y'all. I don't know. He might just be talking a good one, y'all. I don't know. But I'll show y'all another photo. That's him right here. Okay. But anyways, tell us the story. Spill the tea. And what happened?
So, all right, so start from the top when it came down with the whole situation.
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, finish talking.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah,
Talk.
my bad. So my bad. So, make a long story short, I was married in the Army and all that good stuff, you know.
They say you look under 21, but go ahead.
Yeah, so that was married in the Army and everything like that. And pretty much when I was down there, I found out how my youngest child possibly was mine. So I came back, took the DNA test. She was mine.
Okay.
So years go down the line, I'm not really feeling that situation. So I'm like, look, we got to get a divorce. And she's like, all right, cool. So she leaves the house, goes back and leaves my youngest daughter with me. So she goes back and everything like that. And then in that time period, I started into another relationship. Now this is where everything went crazy. So when I was in this other relationship, the girl wanted to have a baby, all of that good stuff like that. So we tried for a while, and nothing ever happened. Like she would never get pregnant. She couldn't get pregnant at all. Mm-hmm. So around Valentine's Day the following year, we got to a huge fight. She and I broke up.
You and the new girl.
A week later, she comes back. Yeah, the new girl. She comes back and tells me, hey, look, I'm pregnant. I'm like, I bet. So the whole time I'm thinking we're going to keep the baby and everything. Well, that didn't happen because 2 months after that, she asked me, like, can you take me to this appointment? I'm like, cool. I'm thinking it's like this normal woman's appointment. So we go up there, me not paying attention. I'm in the car. She comes back into the car and everything. She said, I'm good to go. So she leaves, goes back to her spot. And then 2 weeks after that, she says, I got something I want to give you. I'm like, what's up? She comes and brings a fetus inside of a jar and then told me to bury it because I was into like gardening.
Wait, I missed something. Wait a minute. A fetus in a hold up. What? Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I was distracted a little bit. Wait 1 second. Hold up.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. All right, I'm back. Okay. So fetuses, a jar. I missed something along the way. I had to get up and do something real quick. Hold up. Okay. I'm about to pause, take a breath, and now I'm focused. I'm paying attention. And I need you to back up and restart because I missed something. And this is, you called and you said about your wife, you had to pay child support, right, for the baby?
Yeah, I pay child support and alimony.
Okay.
Child support.
Okay. So now I don't know where the other woman came in because I'm sorry, I was listening, but then something happened in the story to where I wasn't listening good enough. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Start over. Right, Just so start over.
All right, so I was married, active duty service member.
Okay.
Pretty much, you know, my ex-wife, something was wrong because she told me she needed a new cell phone. So I was like, all right, bet. So I'm deployed, everything, go online and log into the T-Mobile account. It shows like the frequent numbers that she's been hitting. Okay. And I'm like, who she keep calling Alabama? It was like 334, 334, 334. It was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay. And I'm like, all right, bet. Cool. So I go on and get this app called Text Now. And I text the number that she was contacting. I was like, hi, what's going on? The number responded back. And I was like, all right, cool. It was a dude, and it was a dude named John Porter, who I knew personally.
Wait, we
so I'm like, he don't know it's me. So I started acting like I was my wife and everything like that. Started acting like my wife. I was like, just having a casual conversation. I was like, all right, so I'm about to go for the home run hit right now. So then I was like, hey, did you like it when we last spoke? And then she replies back, you didn't finish the job. And I lost my mind. But like a couple minutes after that, it goes, oh, and by the way, we're going to need another swab for the DNA test for Andrea. Andrea is my youngest child. I'm like, oh, hell no. Now, mind you, I'm deployed. I can't do nothing about it. So I'm just stuck there for another 4 or 5 months, wondering this child is mine. Watched her if she was, coming into the earth, came back, took the DNA test, the baby was mine. So then I was like, all right, I'm going to try to work out my relationship. Everybody makes mistakes, all that good stuff, because Lord knows I wasn't a saint when I was in my teenage years. So I was like, try to work everything out, but it still didn't fit right with me.
Voice call, if you want to call in, you can call in. Go ahead.
Huh?
No, go ahead. I was telling Voice in the chat she could call in if she want to call in, but go ahead.
Yeah, so after that situation happened, I'm like, let's go ahead and get this divorce. It ain't the same no more. She's like, all right, cool. So she leaves, leaves my youngest daughter with me. She goes back to Colorado because that's where she was originally from, goes back to Colorado. And then, she said, well, since we separate and everything like that, you can go ahead and do your thing. I'm going to go ahead and do my thing. I'm like, bet. So I get into another relationship. Mm-hmm. And that's where I fucked up at. I shouldn't have jumped into a relationship so soon like that. But anyway, making a long story short, one girl was telling me everything I wanted to hear, all that good stuff like that. And then boom, she's like, I want to have a baby. I'm like, cool. Because I got 3 girls. I never had a son, so I was trying to fill my son. So
so you had a baby with the new girl.
No, yeah, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that part right now. So she wanted to have a baby. I'm like, all right, that cool. So we're, trying for over a year. Nothing happens.
Okay.
So then, Valentine's Day of that following year, she says, pretty much, we get into an argument, everything, we break up, she leaves.
The new girl.
She comes, the new girl.
Okay.
So she comes back and everything, like I want to say like a couple of weeks or to a month later, she comes back and is like, hey, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, I bet I think she's going to keep the baby and everything like that. She never wants to say anything about abortion. I'm like, I bet. I'm excited, starting to go online, getting like stuff for the baby, all that good stuff like that. So then she tells me she needs to go to an appointment, a women's appointment. I'm thinking like she's going to get a checkup on the baby and all that good stuff like that for her first, for her first pregnancy. Not thinking too much about it. That was my fault. She went inside with her, but I sat in the car, just vibing out.
The new girl.
We leave. Yeah, the new girl.
Okay.
We leave. We leave. We go back to my crib, and after that, she leaves and she goes home. I'm like, bet. And then like a month after that, she says, "Hey, I got a surprise for you." She comes back to the crib. I got a surprise for you. I'm like, "What's up?" She gives me a fetus inside of a jar, along with this yellow rabbit, along with this yellow flower. And I'm like, "Are you serious, dog?" So I lost my mind. Then my ex-wife has found out about that situation, and she said, "You know what? That's what you get. You and that bum-ass bitch, that's what both of y'all get, blah, 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 X, Y, Z, and the other." And I was like, yo, this is crazy. Then after that, 2 weeks later, I get hit with an order saying you have to pay $2,200 a month in child support and alimony.
So, wait, back up. All right, stop, pause. Okay. So when you first called in and you told the story, you said that after your wife left, from the time that she left and the time that she filed papers and you got hit with the papers was 30 days. So within 30 days, you telling me you got another woman pregnant and she was pregnant to the point where she could get an abortion already and do all of that within 30 days?
No. That didn't happen within all 30 days. She went back to go to Colorado to be a resident for 30 days. So that's when she went, a 30-day mark has elapsed. What she did after that was started the divorce over there. Because she told me that she's going to start the divorce. I'm like, all right, because we had assets we had to divide up. So we went on a divorce, married, we went uncontested. We didn't want to contest anything. Because if you contest it, it takes longer than 60 days for the divorce to go through in Colorado.
Okay. All right. So how long did it take for this new girl to get pregnant? And how long did it take for the new girl to get pregnant?
About a year and some change.
Okay. But so your wife told you she knew about the foul stuff. Okay. Finish telling the story.
Yeah, so after she found out about that, I got hit with the child support and the actual alimony portion. And then my attorney called me. He's like, "Do you want to like contest any of this?" And I was like, "You know what? No, because she has both of my daughters over there with her, and I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I changed her lifestyle. Like when we first got together, we had everything together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit there and contest it. Do I think it's a little bit excessive? Yes, I do. But at the same time, it's like I'm not going to contest that. You see what I'm saying? As long as my kids got what they need, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight with that.
All right,
the whole
Voice.
situation with the other female, I'm not cool with that.
All right, Voice is on the phone. Voice, what did you want to add?
A drink. What? I'm trying to gather all the stuff up. I got what he was saying, but what's the ending goal here? Like, we trying to find out how many people he got pregnant, or what are we?
No, he was just telling his story about, because he had a situation, because the topic is Wendy Williams Hunter. And Kevin Hunter is seeking child and spousal support. And he told his story about how his wife started seeking child support and spousal support from him, but how he felt like it was wrong for Kevin to be doing it. And before he told like the whole story of what happened, I took another call. He hung up and I told him to call back in. So now that he's called back in, he's telling the full story on how he got to the point to where his wife was now requesting child and spousal support, and why he was okay with it, and why he was okay with her accept or seeking. Am I right, caller? Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
All right, so if he okay with it, I'm okay with it too, because he fucked my whole head up at the job situation. I'm like, what?
817 has been holding on the line. 817, what you want to add to this topic?
Hey, this is Whitney out of Arlington. How are you?
Fine, you. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you all hear me?
Yeah. Okay, so you wanted to add something to what he was saying, right?
No, I was holding I just was holding to comment in regards to Wendy and her husband and the spousal support thing.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold on. Nick is about to come back. Nick?
Okay.
Oh.
All right, sorry about that. What did she say? I missed it. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. You know, folks be doing all kind of extra stuff in the background. But I'm back. Somebody said this the party line, right?
Right.
But okay, so what happened? What did the caller say? I missed it. Sorry.
She wants to comment on the Wendy situation.
Okay, what is your comment on this Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter situation? And then I'll let the other caller finish. But I wanted to, she had been waiting for so long. I'm like, let me let her speak real quick.
Okay. No, first of all, hi, Meek.
Hey.
I'm so excited to be on your line. I watch you all the time.
Thank you for calling in.
And I'm calling out of Arlington. So the way I feel about it is that's bullshit. I don't feel like he should get anything. Although they did start together, I do feel like he got beside himself at some point and lost sight of, you know, what marriage was all about. To me, it was all good as long as, you know, they were starting from the bottom and working their way up. But as soon as, you know, the money was really flowing and whatnot, I just feel like he lost sight of that and got greedy. So I don't feel like he deserves anything.
Right. I agree. I feel like if you're the cause of the marriage being broken up, then it's like the nerve of you to seek for even more when you're already going to get half the assets.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree with you on
that's
that
my comment.
All righty. Well, thank you for calling in. You don't have to hang up. It's a block party at this point. I'm going to let the original caller finish telling his story. If you want to chime in along with Voice, You can go ahead. But so you don't have to hang up. But okay, so caller, what's your name? With the divorce and the alimony. What's your name? I done missed it.
Oh, it's Floyd. Damn, they killing me on your page right now.
Floyd, what they saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they slaying me. It's all good though. It's all good.
Because you left out.
The moral to my story is pretty much like, you know, I believe in child support, and I honestly do believe in alimony. Like I said, at the end of the day, I had love for my wife at the time, and then she needed help. So I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, arguing the fact when it comes down to Wendy's situation. That he just needs to kick rocks and just go about his business. Like the one caller that called in prior to that talking about basically he needs money for because he was supplying drugs and all. Come on, knock it off, bro. Like knock it off. Like at the end of the day, I understand like he was, you know, there to help Wendy out from the beginning. But how I feel at the end of the day, that woman has took a lot of traumatizing events. We don't know what happened on. Like during their relationship, one day I see Wendy with an arm cast on. I don't know. Maybe he might be beating her ass. Maybe she might just be covering up for it. I don't know. But at the end of the day, just leave her alone. Just leave her alone. Through it all, he doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. He can go out there, go get his job. And like that last caller said, he had connections. He had the connections. Well, he had the connections. Go get another job. Simple as that. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that situation.
I'm sorry to cut you up. I remember my question now. So you cheated on your wife with the girl?
Nah. I wasn't cheating on my wife with the girl. Nah, we were separated.
Somebody said, but the fetus in the jar, though.
Was you separated, or was she separated and didn't know you were separated?
Nah, we both was. That's why she went back to Colorado, because we were separated until the divorce finalized. So when they gave me the divorce decree, what's up? What's your question?
But if that's the case, then she shouldn't have hit you that hard if y'all was already separated. When you separated, that means you don't really care about the person, and that's why you decided to leave. It sounds like we need her side of the story. But if you saying that is true, what you're saying, then I guess we just gonna have to take your word for it. Because if she felt, after you said what you said, she said that she felt some type of way that you was with the other girl, as if she didn't know that you was moving on with your life.
Man, my ex-wife, I'm not gonna say she's crazy. I guess she still got some type of emotional attack, because still to this day, you know what I'm saying, we're legally divorced. And it's like every time we're like, you know what I'm saying, well, I'm like, all right, I'm in a different relationship, whatever the case may be, because I was supposed to get my daughters down here for the summer. She wants to come up there, you know, meet the female, which she's entitled to make sure her kids are, you know, straight. But then she'll send me messages blasting her. She ain't as good as me. She don't look as good as me. And I'm like, dude, like, come on, how old are we? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I view that situation. And then for her, I don't know what the level of pettiness on her behalf is. Like I said, I think she still has some type of emotional tie, because I did give her two daughters. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to build a legacy together, but for me to come home from deployment for 12 months to take a DNA test for being away from my family, friends, all of that good stuff, that's the wrong answer. I should know directly that's my child. Like, I'm over there buying a crib, getting excited, about to have another daughter. What we gonna name? I named all my kids. What we gonna name her and all that good stuff like that. She's like, well, you choose the name. Name her Andrea. And then buying the cribs, doing everything I can for my daughter, getting the diapers and everything set up, because I can't be there to witness the birth. To come to find out, after the baby gets pushed out and everything, there's a possibility that the baby's not mine. And it was crazy. Like, it really was crazy. To this day, she still apologizes for it.
So you never cheated on her during that time when you guys were together? Like, you never ever cheated? You was a stand-up, faithful man the entire time, and the only time there was infidelity was on her end? Is that what you're saying? You never did nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
Because I believe in karma, and the same thing, I believe in a happy household. Like, I'm not gonna run around on any female that I'm not. I'm not built like that. I can't do it, because I believe in karma. Because at the end of the day, it's crazy to me that men always flip out when they lady cheats on them. You see what I'm saying? But y'all can run around and do the same thing. It's karma, dog. You have no entitlement to get mad. You really don't. That's why I was personally upset in my situation because I didn't do anything. I swear on the stack of Bibles right now, if I have video, I would do it. Never once ran around on her.
So what was the reason for the separation to begin with?
Because he thought that because the baby was possibly not his.
And I waited and I tried to work it out. And then, and I'm not gonna lie to you, a couple of my homies were in my ears, a couple of my closest when I told them about it, because I had to vent. Like when you're away and you can't do something about a situation, the only thing I could do is vent. I always believed in like keeping all your family problems in house. But that situation I couldn't keep in house. I had to go talk to my homies about it. He was like, yo, you a stupid nigga for doing that. You a stupid nigga for doing that. You a stupid nigga for doing that. And that, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, that kind of like, you know what I'm saying, played a toll into the separation. So one day I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I was like, yo, look, it's time for us to move on. It's really time for us to move on. It's better. Like we don't need, because we was having more and more fights and more arguments in there. For my daughters to see that, that's a no-go. It's better for us to co-parent and raise them, you know what I'm saying, the best way we know how.
I seen someone wanted to know if you were single now, and then another question that somebody asked in the chat. I think they said, "What's your sign?"
What's my sign? Capricorn.
His sign is a Capricorn, and then somebody else said we need his Instagram again.
Oh God, it's like making nothing out of something.
Hold on, I'll show it to y'all again. Hold up. All right, and if anybody else wants to chime in on this Wendy Williams topic, you guys definitely can call.
Yeah, this one gets that R. Kelly sign. Oh shit.
I don't know what to say. But to say something to you real quick, just you know when you mess up at, don't tell nobody your business. Don't put your business on social media. If you know you got a baby mama that's crazy as hell, don't put nothing on social media because she shouldn't even found out about that situation. That should have been between you and that girl. So from here on out, just keep your stuff on social media and don't tell her nothing if you know she's crazy.
Yeah. You're right. I'm not perfect. I learn my lessons every day. It's life. We all make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So I learned my lesson for not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I learned my lesson big time for not doing that. And the only thing I can do right now is like just pretty much just you live and you learn. To me, it's like no such thing as failures in life, man. You gotta live and you learn. Just take it as a grain of salt. Keep pushing.
All righty. Well, thank you, caller, for calling in, and thank you for calling back in. I'm sure you probably got some new followers because they like, where he at? Somebody in the chat saying say no to Capricorns. But thanks for calling in.
So, hey, I love everybody in the chat room, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to tell my story. Y'all stay blessed up, peace, love, and happiness, all right?
All right.
And one more thing, I want to say one more thing. Hey, take this quote. Life is not about how you weather the storm. It's about how you dance to the rain. All right, I'm out.
All righty. Okay. Dominique, call in. What you think about this Wendy Williams, Kevin Hunter situation? I need another male to weigh in on this topic. In the meantime of me waiting for somebody to call in, boys, what do you think about Kevin Hunter requesting for spousal support and child support?
Well, you're not gonna like my answer.
It's your answer. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's your answer.
I understand that he cheated. I understand that he was wrong in this situation, and he's the reason for the ending of this whole situation. But yet again, they did build something together.
But he's already going to get half of her assets. So, or could potentially get half of her assets. But in addition to that, because they did not have a prenup. So, addition to that, he also wants to request for spousal support.
Yeah, but if he get half of the houses, how he supposed to pay the rent? He gonna sell the houses? Like, what do you mean by he gets half of? Like, if I get a car and I don't have the money to make car payments, there ain't no point in me having a car.
No, I'm saying like they didn't have a prenup when they got married. So in New Jersey, it's up to the judge to determine how much the person gets because they determine like your behavior, what caused it, and things like that. But generally speaking, what happens is if you build something together, like if I help you with your career, we build this together, we buying homes together, we're buying property together. All of those are our assets. So their assets together needs to be divided down to her show. He was the executive producer. Like he's already in a position to potentially get half, and he wants more on top of that.
I don't think he should get more. I think he should get what he's entitled to because he did. It's almost like he stopped his life to help her live out her dreams. You get what I'm saying? So I get that part. Like if he would have had a separate business and he already had money, and then he was still being greedy and asking her for her money, then I can understand that. But the fact that he stopped his life to invest all his time into her, it was like it's not really nothing he can do. And this whole situation is damaging his career. So,
but wouldn't he be damaging his own career because he is the one who had the outside baby?
Well, yeah, he does have the outside baby, but understand that if I stop my life, okay, and I think he should have just kept this in mind while he was sleeping with this girl. If I stop my life to live out your dreams and I really don't do nothing, like that's like if I'm with a basketball player and I wanted to be a lawyer and I don't go to be a lawyer and I live out my dreams with this guy and I later find out I don't want to be with this person, but I realize that I have no way out but to be with this person. Yeah, I continue being with this person, but it still doesn't change the fact that I stopped my life.
But what if it's not like he stopped his life, like he's not making money. Like, I think that you're misconstruing it. Like, some people will stop their life where the person is the breadwinner and they're not making money and the other person is the only one working and they're staying at home and they're not making money and they're with the kids. He is the executive producer of her show. So what if that was his dream to be an executive producer? He had like a music label. So I don't think he necessarily stopped his life because his life was still creating money and wealth for himself. He was still working. So when people stop their life, normally what happens is they don't work anymore. So it's like this person continues to build, and I'm not building anything. I'm not getting no money. I'm not doing nothing. He was still working. He's still getting all the benefits of flying around and all of the perks and the benefits of being with Wendy. So I don't think it was a situation like that where he like stopped his life. Dominique, I think my friend called in. Chime in. What do you think?
Wendy got to pay, goddamn.
Oh, hell no. You feel like that too?
All this, hey, get that money, Kevin. Get that money, Kevin. No, on real talk, that's some whole shit on Kevin's part. But I do agree with your last caller.
She's still on the line. She's on the line. You guys can talk back and forth, but go ahead.
Oh, I do agree with her. Because we don't know what he wanted to, what other business adventures he wanted to go, endeavors he wanted to do, but he was held back by being an executive producer for Wendy Williams' show. So,
but how is that being held back when he's the executive producer? Like,
being executive producer, you got to put in hours for that.
Yeah.
What if he wants to do something else? And what is his music? What is his music production or whatever the heck?
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is. Nobody knows about that. That's what
I'm saying. Like, it's the same thing with. Let's put a female in the same predicament. It's the same thing with Shaq. When Shaq, what's his wife's name? Shawnee. When Shawnee cheated on him, right? And she had a little boo thing on the side, and she no longer wanted to be with Shaq anymore. He was still entitled to pay her money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what is the difference? Whether it was a woman or a man, like.
But just because it happened, don't make it right. Just because she got money, she shouldn't have got money if she cheated. I don't even know. I thought he cheated on her.
It ain't personal. It's just business.
Okay. They go off the breadwinner.
the one who makes the spouse that makes the most money probably gonna be the one that's gonna be end up supporting, no matter if it's a wife or a husband.
I thought that Shaq cheated on Shawnee. I didn't know that she cheated on him.
Yeah, she did. She had a whole boo thing and everything, and that's why Shaq was the one that filed for divorce. He was the one that filed. She didn't file. She stayed with him after she found out that he cheated.
This why Wendy should have got a prenup. That saved lives. But no, but Kevin the whole, that's some whole shit for real. To be honest, that's whole shit to me.
She should have got a prenup, but then you say it's some whole ish.
Yeah, dude on some whole shit for real.
All right, don't hang up, you guys. Hold on the line. I'm gonna take the next caller, but don't hang up. Okay, 318. What's your name and where you calling from, and what are your thoughts on this topic?
Yes, this is Edmonton from Baton Rouge.
This is who from what?
Edmonton from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Why are you trying to change your voice, and why is you playing?
She must pay this nigga.
I'm not about to play with you trying to change your voice and all of that. What? Talk regular. He want to play games. Okay, 803. What's your name and where you calling from?
This is Londa from Columbia.
Okay, hey. What's your take on this whole Wendy Williams, Kevin Hunter situation?
Well, listening to the last two callers that you just had on, the young lady and the gentleman, where they were saying that Kevin didn't have, he stopped his life. That was a choice that he chose to make on his own.
Okay.
However, that if he's getting half or anything, that's all he deserves. Because child support and all the other stuff, he doesn't deserve it. He cheated on her. It's unfair. If he had a problem with anything that Wendy was doing, then he should have got up and left. But obviously he didn't. Obviously he was happy because he stayed. So life on whole, no, he chose everything he wanted to do. And by him cheating on his wife, again, he chose that. So
okay, all right. I'm gonna pause you right there, and I'm gonna allow Voice to respond. I'm gonna unmute Voice, and I'm gonna let her respond. Voice, what do you have to say to that?
No, she was still talking, right?
Okay, well, finish. I thought I was gonna let you.
Finish what you were saying, because I'm trying to hear everything you had to say.
Oh, well, I'm just saying that, he doesn't deserve it. I mean, he chose not to. If he wanted to do something else, he chose not to do that. So when you get a job, if I'm on this job and I'm still on this job, does that mean because this is my career, they need to continue to pay me? No. I broke the rules. I didn't do what I was supposed to. I lose my job. That means I got to go find another job. What says that he deserves anything different?
Okay, I'm gonna let Voice respond, and then I'm gonna have Dominique respond after that.
Right. So I get where you're coming from, and I understand that he did cheat, and that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I feel like, me personally, I feel like he's entitled to whatever he's supposed to have. So if the judge decides to give him whatever he gets, I think he deserves it. He basically was working along with her, right? And he got fired from that job because he doesn't have the production job with her anymore, right? Did he get fired from that job or something like that?
Yeah, he needed to step down.
Right. So he's not even working at that job. He has no job now. He's out of work, and he's gonna get all these access. What you say? He's getting a house and a car and all this stuff. He's getting all this stuff to do what? Who's gonna pay for this stuff? That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I get what you're saying about the cheating, but you got to put the cheating thing to the side and think about business-wise. Business-wise, if it was a woman, y'all would say the same thing.
Okay.
But being as a man, and he did it to a woman, so now it's different. That's why I don't listen. Go to Dominique. I don't say nothing when it has nothing to do with this situation.
Okay, Dominique, what is your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I like that last caller. Yo.
She's still on the phone. She could talk to you and converse and
Right,
speak.
I'm right here. I like that last caller.
No, I said fair, but okay, let me ask this question. Was the Wendy show before or after they got married?
They got married before.
After. Before. It was before.
Well, the show, but she was on the radio.
Well, it really don't matter.
Then the radio.
So did Wendy have a name before they got married?
I believe she was on the radio. I don't know if it was before they got married, but they were married for 21 years. I don't know how long she was on the radio, but he was there in the beginning.
I think that he, from my understanding, what I understand, I think that he did help her develop her career. And I'm not saying he should get anything. What I'm saying is he should get something. But for child support and all that stuff, no. Whatever he get, whatever assets he get, if you don't have any means of paying for it, sell it. Sell it. Because if you want a job and you don't right, you know.
I think he should get half.
He
helped build the Wendy's brand. He definitely deserved half, but he don't deserve nothing after that. He don't deserve alimony or nothing like after that. He deserved half, just like a woman would get.
I don't feel like if a woman cheating on her husband, she should get anything either. I mean, I feel like if you're in a marriage, and you decide to step out that marriage, or you do something wrong to cause, and when I'm talking about infidelity, I'm not talking about if you're just not getting along. I'm talking about you going out, you having a baby by somebody else. I feel like that should be none in the world. You deserve nothing. But again, give him something to let him go on his way. If it's not enough, then he needs to start selling the things that he has, or go find another job.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna let before Dominique. Wait, Dominique. I'm gonna let 817 chime in because I had her on hold for a minute. 817, what do you have to add to this?
So when I originally called, I did say I felt like he shouldn't get anything, but listening to everyone and hearing things from a different perspective, I do somewhat agree. However, I think that's the part in where when you get with someone, because everybody's motives are different nowadays, in the day and age that we live in. So when you get with someone and they're wanting to, hey, I have these business ideas and, blah, 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 I want you to invest. To me, this is where we say, okay, what is it that you want to do? What career path do you want to go on, and how do you see me fitting into that? And what do you have to bring to the table? Am I going to be the only one investing, or, are you going to be investing? And let's come together and put feelings aside and create paperwork that can protect the both of us should something go sour.
Okay, 803.
I kind of agree with you on that part, and see, that's the whole issue. That didn't occur because she had been with this man for so long that she really felt, and I'm quite sure, I'm a woman, so your man was cheating. I'm not saying she didn't know. I think that what really broke the camel back is when he actually had his baby, and she was like, enough is enough. So she knew he was cheating. I do believe that strongly. But again, that boundary was crossed. The paperwork wasn't done, so he should get something. But do I feel like he should get half? No. Do I feel like he should get alimony, child support? No. This child is 18 years old. If the judge wants him to get a check, give him the check. Send it to the child, send the child's name. But dad, mom shouldn't get anything. He don't need alimony. Give him something to get him on his merry little way. If it's not enough to you, access to what you have and go get another job.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna mute all of you guys. Do not hang up. There's a lot of people who just called in, and I'm gonna allow them to talk, and then I'm gonna go back to you guys because I like the debate and the dialogue that you guys have going on. So don't hang up, but I'm gonna take the next caller, and then I'm gonna come back to you guys. 909. What's your name and where you calling from? This is the California number. I know that because I'm from Cali. Hey.
I just think that this is R. Smith in California, Rancho Cucamonga. I just think that we got a real sad situation when you look at it as a whole. to me, it's no meaning when it comes to the right or wrong. The whole thing is that Kevin started something. He opened up another family as it relates to what him and Wendy built, and as a result, it just flopped. It just went bad. And I wish that Kevin would have really took a thought. And I really got to look at sometimes the women that's playing the role, the outside role, and what their motives are, because they play a major role. Now this girl's pregnant. He's in a bad situation. Where I'm concerned, he just really needs to lay down the cards with Wendy. They built something. They started as husband and wife. They built a brand, and it just went sour. Whether either one paid each other, I don't think that should be the case, but I really feel that should happen. It should split it straight up the middle and keep moving. Let's close this chapter because it's totally embarrassing. Totally embarrassing to see something like this happen.
Okay, and do you believe that you said that they should split it down the middle? What are your thoughts on him requesting for child support and spousal support?
I just think he got to man up. He didn't man up when he got involved with the other lady. He needs to man up now. He knows his relationship with Wendy. He knows what they built. He's learning on his other new situation, but he knows. So I don't believe he deserves any of that. But as far as this, just a kind of business, you got to look at two. You got marriage and you got a business. That whole thing is going to be ran different. That marriage is going to be Kevin and her and Wendy, and that business is going to be Kevin and Wendy and others. And that's really going to have a big decision happen toward Kevin, because that wasn't only Wendy. There was a lot of people involved with that. There's a lot of money that was invested in that, trying to help that brand grow. And now that thing went south, they're not going to let that happen. And that's why he got removed. That didn't have anything to do with Wendy removing him. That's those investors. You got to remember, there's investors involved. They got a lot of money tied up in that. They're not going to put up with that nonsense. And Kevin should have known that when he started that from the beginning.
Okay. All righty. Well, thank you so much for calling in. I'm going to go to the next caller. Hello? Okay. 602,
Hi.
what's your name and where are you calling from?
Vanessa from Phoenix. The only thing I wanted to add was, what about all the money he cheated on with his girlfriend on the side, all that money he spent on her? That's got to be factored into the settlement. I'm going to need some of that money back.
So you think that the money that he used to spend on Sharina should be deducted from what he gets?
That needs to be factored back in. That's 10 years of side chick money and houses and cars and different things. That needs to be factored in. You can't just, that just can't be a freebie.
Okay, I'm gonna unmute Voice and see what she has to say in response. Voice, what do you have to say in response to the money? What do you think about that? Voice? Voice, okay, Voice asleep. Dominique, what do you think about that?
So, I muted myself. Okay, go ahead. I was talking and you couldn't hear me. Go ahead, Dominique.
Dominique, what do you think about that? Okay, Voice, go, because Dominique is asleep now.
Okay. Keep in mind that he did have a job on the Wendy Williams show, which he was getting his pay. So he was getting paid as the executive producer. So he is entitled to some type of salary on that. So he was supporting this girl. Now, understand that the reason why Wendy is divorcing him has nothing to do with this girl. Okay? Kevin's been cheating for many of years. This is not the first time he cheated. Okay? So let's understand that the reason why she's asking for a divorce is because of the people around her, because they were the ones that introduced the story to Daily Mail. Nobody knew about this girl until Daily Mail all of a sudden got an anonymous tip. And then we all of a sudden know about this girl, and now we're trying to force Wendy out of this whole situation when technically she didn't even give a damn about that situation, as long as he was doing his job as a manager and executive producer. Okay, so whatever he decides to do with his money as the executive producer has nothing to do with the marriage. The marriage is he's entitled to his half of whatever it is that he's supposed to get from her that he can't get now. Period. He got no job.
That's marital funds, though. Marital funds are marital funds. He can't give another woman marital funds. That's our funds. We're married together. We can't give someone else our marital funds.
Ma'am, that's the money he made from the show.
Go ahead.
That's the actual money that he made from the show. That's not marital funds. That's the actual.
Yeah, when you're married to someone and they have a job, they have income coming in, as long as you have income coming in, that's joint income. That's marital funds.
Now, it's no longer.
He's been giving marital funds for years.
Okay, when you get fired from a job, you get your last check or whatever, right?
Yes.
Okay. What he was making, that was his own money when he was with Wendy. When he was on the Wendy show, that was his own money. That was his own check.
It can't be his own money when you're married. You're married, it's marital funds, whatever you.
Okay.
It's marital funds, so it's her money that he was giving out.
All right, talk at once. Dominique and Voice, talk at once. Let's not gang up.
Yeah. Marriage aside, let's leave the marriage up. Let's leave the marriage up for a second. If you're working at a company, you're supposed to be getting a check. And that's your money. That's not the company's money. That's not Wendy's money. That's yours. So whatever he was doing with his check, that's his business. Now,
not in a marriage, though. If you're married to someone and you both bring in checks to the household, which marital funds in the course of a marriage, it's both parties' money. If I am married to someone and they're giving another party my marital funds, that is not correct. You can't give out marital funds from a job, from anything. That's a marital fund that you work together through years.
Okay,
years to work together.
Oh, sorry.
marital funds is an
So if you wait, hold on. So if you married to somebody, right, and you decide out of the goodness of your heart you want to give a homeless man $5,000 out of the marital funds, right? And then when y'all get a divorce, he brings up that $5,000 you get to that homeless man. That's something you want to do out of the goodness of your heart, right?
But an affair would be a different thing. If I'm in a marriage with someone over time of 20 years and during that course of 10 or 12 years, he's giving my marital funds to another party, that's taken away from me. I deserve that back. That's what that guy the basketball player with the wife that he had a girlfriend on the side. She got all the apartments he gave her back, all the money she got back, all of that through her divorce.
All right.
Wendy took everything back too because they was towing her car. So technically, Wendy did get everything back. She did get the apartment back, the cars back, and everything else back. So she got what she wanted back.
Okay.
A 10-year relationship, you couldn't get all that back. A 10-year relationship of living good? No.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna pause everybody, and I'm gonna go to the next caller. Hold up, everybody. Hold up. Okay. 912, what's your name and where you calling from, and what are your thoughts on this whole Wendy Williams, Kevin Hunter situation?
Hey, my name is Jasmine. I'm calling from Georgia.
Okay.
I feel like people expect him to just divorce Wendy and not get nothing. And I feel like, no, he shouldn't get child support, but the business side, if he contributed like behind the scenes, then he should get a payout for that. And I feel like people are being emotional because we know he effed up. Like clearly he's dead wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody feels that. So they just like, oh, he don't deserve shit, whatever, which he doesn't. But when you're talking about the business aspect and what he, did behind the scenes, I think he should just get paid for that part. You know what I'm saying? We know that the affair and everything was just crazy. And I still think that there was some type of agreement. And I only think that Wendy is really getting a divorce because now it's public and you got people coming on the show like check your husband and doing, sending little subliminals and shit like that. And I think the baby was just the last straw. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like there was always some type of an agreement.
Yeah.
And, Hollywood morality and shit like that is not like us normal folks. So it could have been a normal for them in that circle. So I feel like he should get paid for the business part. I feel like there's a no-go on child support. And I'm just like, for what now? I kind of feel like she pays for her son's tuition, or if she wasn't, she wouldn't be unwilling. And as far as alimony, I don't think he should necessarily get it, but I feel like the courts may give it to him. And what I was saying in the comments is like, this whole situation reminds me of Kendall and Mary. When they got together, he wasn't really, on the scene like that. Everybody knew Mary. She already put in the work. And at the time she was struggling. I think she was getting off of drugs, and he came in as her manager and basically took over a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So when she's going through something difficult in her life, this man comes up, he steps in, and she kind of, lets herself go and, is more of a willing participant, where she didn't feel like she had to, she just didn't take notice because of where her mindset was at. You know what I'm saying? And in the end, he had the singer or whatever that was, that he was supposed to be managing or whatever, ended up sleeping with her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody let me know if he got any alimony, because I felt like he didn't deserve it.
I think he was requesting like $80K a month or something like that.
Like he went back to the courts to get more money, because I think he got something, and then he went back to get more money, which he didn't even contribute. Like Mary was already established. Like everybody knew Mary before Kendall came along. So I'm just like, it seems like a similar situation, because Wendy's, battling the drugs and all of this shit, and then, her husband Kelvin comes in. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like she was more vulnerable, because I think she was on it then. And she's been on it all of this time, how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So he took advantage and managed her whole life. And she put herself and others that cared about her on the back burner. And she's just now waking up out of like a coma. You know what I'm saying? And just like, oh shit, like what the fuck has really been going on? But I definitely think that he may get alimony, just because the courts is just effed up like that. Even with everything being in plain sight these days. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. So hold on 1 second. Okay, 574. You've called in and hung up and called in and hung up. What is your take on this? What's your name and where you calling from, and what's your take on the Wendy Williams situation?
My name is Eddie. I'm from Indiana, and I just want to get my take on it real quick. I don't want to be long or anything.
Okay.
But I don't think he deserves anything. Everybody wants to talk about the business side of it and shit. Marriage is business. You know what I'm saying? And I think that when he cheated, that was null and void. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he should get any alimony or anything, because like he cheated. You know what I'm saying? And I think Wendy could probably get off of paying anything, because just off the simple fact that she cheated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. So you think that when he cheated, that voided everything. You feel like because he had this arrangement with her, everything is all well and good. But then when he actually cheated, then you feel like that it voided it. I am going to unmute 817, and I want to know what she thinks in response to that. 817, what do you think about what this last caller is saying? $817? I'll be putting you on the spot.
I'm sorry. I had muted myself. So I somewhat agree with what he's saying as well. Unfortunately for myself, I've been married for a year, but like a couple months into it, I put him out. We separated. So perhaps I am a bit biased to some of the opinions, but I do kind of see both sides, because I was so blinded by love that I was willing to invest in, my husband when I first got with him and whatnot out of the years. And, I was so blinded, I didn't even recognize what was going on kind of in front of me and necessarily kind of behind my back too. So I'm grateful that I'm not a Wendy Williams at this moment, because I was willing to go all in for this person to help them build up their career. So, the opinions are great. I'm just taking it all in.
Okay.
Perhaps I was saved by the bell.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go. I'm going to give everybody their final thoughts. Thank you, 817, for calling in. I'm gonna give everybody their final, or let everybody give their final thoughts, and then I'm gonna wrap up the video. But thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, 574, before I go to the rest of everybody and give their final thoughts, what is your final thoughts, or what is your thoughts, anything else you want to add in addition?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know, when you marry somebody, you marry them for, you know, for better or worse, whatever, and I think that was null and void. I think that Wendy was okay with him cheating. I think she just fucked up when he had the baby. You know what I'm saying? I think that was the last nail in the coffin. But like I said, I don't think he deserves anything, you know what I'm saying? From what it looks like, he's basically been riding her coattails, if you ask me. So I don't think he deserves anything. He got what? He spent money on this girl for 10 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just dirty, man. All that money you spent, that's your alimony.
All right. Well, thank you so much, caller. Thank you for calling in.
Yep, thank you, bye.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna go down the line and everybody just give your final thoughts. Voice, what is your final thoughts on this topic? Wrapping it up.
My thought not changing. I still feel like he's entitled to whatever the courts agree that he's supposed to get, because he stopped his life and he invested and went all in with her and her career and what she wanted to do. And we don't know exactly what he wants to do. We don't know what he wants to do with his life and the ending goal that he wanted to have. But he stopped his life to make sure her life was good, and he assisted her whatever she needed. So my opinion is still the same. I ain't changed yet.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. Okay. All right. So Dominique, final thoughts?
My final thoughts is what the last caller just said, and also I think we overlooking the fact that this marriage was open anyway. So I definitely think he deserved at least half, if not half, 49%. But that's it, me. Really.
All right.
We took females too emotional. I think not even females. I think a lot of us get too emotional with the cheating aspect and we don't look at the business side of things.
Right. I'm well aware of the business side of it. And I'm the main person who thinks that she was okay with this arrangement. And if
Right.
not anybody, I know that, you know, in Hollywood, people have different arrangements. They have different strokes. And, you know, what us regular folks look at as cheating, or, you know what I'm saying? They have assets that they have to divide. They have so much more at stake that they are okay with, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Side chicks and
Right.
side relationships. And they're okay with that. And it's not out of the norm because it's so complex when they divorce. So I'm definitely aware of all of that. But yeah, but thank you for calling in. I'm gonna go to the next caller.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
over here. All right. Peace. Okay. 803. 803.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I just want to say to interrupt that again. I think that he should get something, and this is what happened when people don't get something in writing before they get married, or even if you see that you're getting married, stop. Let's get some lawyers. Let's get something written up and get something settled, because this situation right here is what's going to occur. And it may seem harsh because when you're married, this is the last thing you want to think about doing or thinking somebody would do to you. But it's reality. And sometimes you have to stop and just put the brakes on it, because, again, when you're married for life. And I think when Wendy went in with him, I think it was love. And I think she loved this man, but it just didn't turn out the way she wanted to. So now he has another baby. I think she didn't know that he was cheating. But when the baby came, it was just too much for her with all the publicity and everything else. So now you have to reconcile this and get something solved. So what else is left? You got to go and give him something. But I think that Kevin should be a man and kind of pull back and take whatever. Go get another career.
It's not like you owe this dirt. You got time. Go out.
I mean, he can live off of people in the chat are saying that he got 20, not 20, but people in the chat are saying that he got 10 million from getting fired from the show. So he already got 10 million. He got enough to invest in just do rental properties or, he ain't even, shit, he could flip that.
Exactly. You have money. You have something. So go invest. Start your own business. But I think that, again, this is what happens when we don't do that paperwork that seems so minor. Prenups are what you have to do now. Even for people that don't have that much, you never know how you're going to end up. So now it's like, I don't care if you don't have anything, you need a prenup because you never know where you're going to end up at. And it's sad. It's really sad because you don't have men and women being honest and being fair. Because had that been me, I'm just going to walk away with whatever he gives me because I was wrong.
All right.
But whether it's a woman or a man, I feel like whoever cheated, the baby came up, they shouldn't receive, nothing. But he does deserve a little something for the little business, but I don't think it should be half.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Okay. So I have a few more. Okay. 909. What are your final thoughts?
I just think that, Kevin shouldn't just get any additional on top of that. And let's don't forget, folks, that Wendy and Kevin, whatever they went through, there's still some love there. It may not be the love that we see, but there's still some love there. There's still some care there. And they still have, they have time to have the son there. And I know there's strong feeling that it has to be. It has to be feeling there. But I just think they just need to smooth this thing out. And Kevin did participate in Wendy's success. It wasn't all by herself. And I just think they just can't lose sight of that and give him that portion of that he deserves and let's just keep it moving.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
You got it.
All right. Okay. 602. What is your final thoughts on this topic?
I just believe he should get some of the spousal money, income, half, maybe half, 40%. But no child support and no spousal support whatsoever.
Okay.
No, not whatsoever. 40% is what I think.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. Okay. Last caller. 912. What is your final thoughts on the topic?
I believe the whole marriage was open. I don't feel like she's just now finding out about this. Especially when they're saying that it's been for 15 years. I feel like he just did the ultimate embarrassing act and got her business all out in the streets and then the baby and all of that shit. But I believe it was open and everything like that. I feel like the emotional aspect, if it wasn't there and it was just business, because I'm like, marriages and all of that is a contract. And because they didn't have a prenup, that's why I'm just like, this dude really may get a huge portion. Outside of the whole, getting fired from the Wendy Williams show and all of that stuff. I feel like because they didn't have that prenup, that he's liable to get some type of funds and some type of money. And I think people are upset because we all know he's going to spend that money on the side chick. I'm just like, it's fucked up. I don't agree with it, but I still feel like the court system is that effed up and you don't have a prenup and it's been all of this time. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't right. And, I think he knew about the side chick, and she was okay with it. And I don't think that the pictures right then and there that showed them together and all that stuff, that it just started happening right then and there. I'm like, this shit been going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's just now somebody taking pictures and stuff. But if I was her, I would try to give him bare minimum and just walk away from all of that shit and start her new life. I wouldn't even go back and forth fighting and all of that unless absolutely necessary. Like, I don't think he deserves 50%. Not that much. I just think he deserves the amount of money and whatever he had his hand in. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's just the Wendy Williams show. So, you need to do a thorough background investigation on him, because from what I understand, the side chick, he was messing with her when she was young. And I'm like, was she even 18 when he started messing with that girl?
Well, when she was hanging out with Charlamagne, because she's my age, so they've been messing around for 10 years, And if she's 30, she's a year older than me, I believe. So if she's 33 and they start messing around 10 years ago, which was around the time when Charlemagne, you know, was out there and all that kind of stuff, that would make her of age. She would be at least 22, 21. So I believe she was of age.
Yeah. I'm like, even still, like all of that time, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just think Wendy knew. And I think that she compromised herself. I think she loved Kevin more. She compromised herself and was like, all right, he's going to go out there and do it anyway. And she probably was like, just don't embarrass me, because she don't want to be the hot topic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All of this stuff forced her hand. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely think she knew about it.
Right.
There's no way. 15 years and you don't know nothing.
No, I believe she knew as well. That's what I've always said on my videos. I believe it was something that she knew about, you know, so I'm in agreement with that. But it still don't excuse him doing her dirty and beating her, because you've seen her with broken fractures and all of this extra stuff. It don't excuse none of that. Like, if I allow you to, you know what I'm saying, get your little fun on the side, you beating me up allegedly and kicking my butt, and I'm coming to work, and we got a problem.
I think she was scared of him until she realized that she really had a support system. She went down there and saw her lawyer sister, and she got to just get away from him for a moment. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, she got the courage, but I think she was scared of that man. Yeah,
it's a possibility. Well, thank you
for, I don't know. I'm not there. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, thank you for calling in. I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna wrap up this live. I didn't want it to go this long, but you know what I'm saying? Let everybody talk, everybody get it out. I'll do another call in like this, maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll do another one on another topic tomorrow. And you guys meet me back here, but I'll probably do it earlier. So yeah, thank you guys for calling in. Thank you for calling in. And I'm gonna wrap up the video. If you guys did not catch this live, I'm sure you probably are already leaving comments way before we got to this almost 2-hour mark. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think about Kevin and Wendy, the spousal support, the child support? I want to know what you guys think. I'm sure you already left a comment by now. You know what I'm saying? If you even stuck with me on this video and all of the callers thus far. If you are not subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that like, comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on your notification bell so that you're notified when I post these videos. Also, I'm about to upload a video on my other channel. The link to my other channel is in the description below. This morning when I was doing my makeup and I was putting my lashes on and I was doing all this stuff, I got ready with my subs on that channel and I was chit-chatting with them on my other channel while I was doing makeup, showing like all the makeup and stuff. And now I'm about to upload another video where I went to a fast food place and I let the person in front of me decide like what I was gonna eat. It's not really all that entertaining, but hey, if you ain't got nothing to do and you want something to watch, go to my other channel because I'm about to upload that on there. But definitely check out the links in my description because you can find the link to my other channel there. All right, guys, thank you guys for watching. And again, if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe and leave a comment and hit like and turn on the notification bell so you're notified and all of that. All right, guys, peace.